episode 114, and welcome into the Bench is Cleared podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I am Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the San Francisco Giants, who are currently 3-2 this week.
I'm Tyler Coe, representing the Los Angeles Dodgers, who went 4-0 before and since the All-Star break. No big deal.
Everyone's before and since, so I mean, you're not that special, okay? You're not even that guy. But let's start with the Giants, because I started talking, and why not? This was a huge series before the All-Star break, and I think we're gonna get into some All-Star break stuff too. But especially when it comes to this Milwaukee series and losing the first one, which was a heartbreaker. I mean, it was Barnes and Rodon, a 1-versus-1 type deal. Thought you were gonna get a pitcher's duel, and you pretty much did. Especially because the Giants got out to an early lead, and it was a heartbreaker because bullpen gave up a run and then allowed the Manfred runner to score. So it's a dipping offense is extremely troubling, especially against a team like the Brewers, who don't have exactly the best offense in the world. But then we look to game 2, and this is where this 2021 magic is starting to come back. All right. It was the same story with bad defense, screwing the starting pitching. And then the 9th inning happened, right? And Joey Bart hits a bomb, and it's like, okay, cool. At that point, I didn't really care. And then Darren Ruff hits a bomb, and I was like, I don't want to get my hopes up. But then they load the bases, and I'm like, this is also classic Giants, where you don't you're already in it. But this is also, if the story would have been Yasgren's do a double play, they'd be like, yeah, that's how the season's been fucking going, and let's call it a day. But probably one of the most exciting games of the year. Yes, it's a walk-off grand slam, and do not ask me how many times I watched that grand slam and those 2 home runs, because I do not know the answer. There's no limit to that answer. But in game 3, Cobb pitches into the 8th, and he's getting the soft contact that you were expecting him to get. The reason why you signed him, everything was going right for him, and it kind of shows you the kind of pitcher he can be if he wasn't so damn unlucky all the time. Ruff hits a bomb, and the Brewers score on a sac fly / air. Shocker, I know. The baseball gods finally smile upon the Giants with a balk win. I'll take it. I don't give a fuck. And then in game 4, the offense explodes. Wade is getting hot after I told him that I said he should go to AAA to try to figure some things out. So don't listen to me. I'm stupid. Belt hits a bomb, who gets hot. And Webb, I mean, he went 6 innings, could have went more, but you kind of want to give him his rest when you're out to a 9-1 lead. So there's that. And you know what? We'll just go to your series, because then we'll talk about this Dodger game that we both went to after we talk about how Dodgers beat the Angels. Shohei Ohtani probably hit 2 home runs a game.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Spoiler alert: Jesse did not have a good time last night, and it was wonderful. There's video evidence. Check our Twitter, check our TikTok. You're gonna want to see it. Let's backtrack a little bit. Dodgers win the series in St. Louis. They win 4-0 on getaway day. Tyler Anderson improved to 10-1, looking good, looking like the all-star he is and was. Gavin Lux hits a 2-run home run. Dodgers win 4-0. Great game. Especially riding the emotional high of the previous night's game, coming back and winning 6-5. Then Dodgers play the Angels, and Clayton Kershaw flirts with perfection again, taking a perfect game in the 8th inning. He does not do it. God, why are you so negative? You're such a bitch. You're such a sour little bitch right now.
I'm just saying, we talk about all the time, Kershaw's almost did this. He didn't do shit, so,
And you're over here being like, Alex Cobb, so unlucky. She's so unlucky.
It's a fact.
He'd be the Cy Young winner if God didn't hate him. Yeah. Fuck you. That's exactly what you said. Dodgers going to Anaheim for a 2-game series right before the All-Star break. Like I said, Kershaw flirts with perfection. Dodgers win. I think it was 9-1 pretty handedly. Probably the Dodgers offense, it's probably their fault. making Kershaw sit around for too long. So, we know how that goes. And then cap off the series when, like I said, they were going to get the 2-game sweep, and they did. Trey Turner hits 2 home runs. Julio Urias looks good. And then we go into the All-Star break, and we'll get into that. But that brings us to last night. Dodgers open up a series against the Giants at home. Jesse and I were both there.
We were.
And it was a roller coaster of emotions.
I think the way we should do this, we should ping pong it. All right, you take care of the first, the first part of the game. I'll come in with my story, and then you can end it with whatever. Okay, so just make up some lie and suck off Mitch White really quick for everyone listening, and then that's how we'll do it.
God, you're such a sour little bitch. I don't know how else to put it. All right, let's start from the beginning. First of all, Mitch White, just want to say 5 innings of 1-hit baseball. Didn't give up that 1 hit to the end of the 5th. So Mitch White looking dominant, except for the fact that he had 1 strikeout and threw about 100 pitches through 5 innings. But if you don't look at that, he looked great. Freddie Freeman leads off the game. Well, didn't lead off the game, but in the first inning, hits a home run. Puts the Dodgers up 1-0. Feeling pretty good, right? Trace Thompson, I think, hit a double, and that's what made it 2-0. And then with runners on, Justin Turner hits an absolute smoke show of a double. Smoke show of a double. I mean, there was no way it could have been caught. It was hit so hard and so high. Turns out it definitely was scored a double. Luis Gonzalez didn't get a glove on it. So we were talking about this last night. Giants had 2 errors, and we know they're the worst defensive team in baseball, but that Luis Gonzalez fly ball doesn't even count as an error. So You can chalk it up to like 3 errors because the Giants are awful. Exactly. So at that point, it's 4-0. And then Hanser Alberto hits a double and makes it 5-0. And at this point,
Hanser Alberto scored on it, and that's what was so ridiculous about it. Jock was so slow getting to that fucking double by, I thought it was Trace Thompson. Yeah, then Alberto scores from first?
That was the second run. The 5th run is after Turner hit that double, Alberto hit a double.
I checked out mentally at that point. I was like, I'm just going to drown myself in root beer and overpriced pizza.
That was definitely because Jock is slower than shit.
Right.
And got there a half a second earlier. Alberto would have been out, but Jock is slower than shit. That's why we call him Fat Jock. But if you're keeping score at home, the last 3 games prior to last night that Jesse and I have been to, where the Dodgers and Giants play, Dodgers are 3-0. And there were some good ones. You have the Will Smith walk-off. You have Game 4 of the NLDS. And then you had the game in May this year when the Dodgers won like 9-1. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like Jesse is my good luck charm. And things are going great, and it's going to be a smooth win. Turns out not.
I could go back to the yard with you just because I feel like we're going to be due. But picking up from there, then let me tell you exactly what happened, right?
What happened was
it was 5-0, and I was like, dude, I'm so fucking over this sitting next to this. And plus, it was like so musty where we were sitting for some reason. It was like humid. I don't know why, but it just felt so bad. I was like, you were talking about getting ice cream, and I was like, you know what? I want a frozen lemonade because I'm
you were a sweaty mess.
Yes,
you were a sweaty mess.
Dude, I sweat easy. Okay, so first of all, this lemonade guy, fuck this guy, because he sees me and like he points at me, and I wave him down, and then he just keeps walking, and I was like, dude, fuck this guy. I'm not gonna get lemonade from him. And then I think a pitching change happens. That's right before.
That's when Phil Bickford comes in.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. When Phil Bickford comes in, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm just sitting here. I'm just gonna go to this guy. I don't want to wait in line anywhere else. So I walk over there, taking my time, and for some reason, wherever I stopped this lemonade guy, it was like the perfect setting. Like 3 people were in line in front of me, so I was there for a minute. So then Longoria hits a home run, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, cool, but I'm not in it yet. And then, it's taking so long. All of a sudden, a couple things happen, a couple hits, a walk, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk slowly. I don't want to get back to that seat. And so then the grand slam happens, and then at that point, I can't go back to that seat. That seat is bad luck. So I'm like, okay, I'm walking around.
Hold on,
in that area.
Can we talk about the grand slam first?
Yeah, talk about the grand slam. It was
and
great.
What a horseshit pitch that was by Alex Vesia.
Okay.
Just moving the ball down the middle.
You're gonna discredit Ruff. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Fat Man Ruff gets the easiest pitch of his life, okay. And he does what he's supposed to do with it.
Alex Vesia can't locate, and he took advantage. Dude, that's how I see it.
I feel like Alex Vesia and Phil Bickford are like the tandem for like a collapse of the game.
Yeah,
like one of them comes in and fucks up. One of them comes in and fucks up, and Dave Roberts is like, okay, I'm going to throw the other one in and let's see what happens. And then they fuck up even worse. And that's just typically how it goes. But anyways, back to your dumbass story.
So, and then also they load up the bases again and they get it from the walk from me standing up. And I can't go back. There's no way I can go back. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm the key to this whole thing. I got the good juju.
That's right.
The universe is speaking to me. This is all on me. This is all resting on my shoulders. And then someone fucks with the energy. There's some stupid Giants fan in our section who was quiet the whole game and then gets up and does not sit down this entire time. And just begging the universe to shut him up. I was being superstitious, very superstitious, and playing with the system, and he was just begging for the universe to answer to him, because you're blocking the way of you're standing up when everyone's sitting down, so you're blocking the view of kids, you're blocking the view of people who are like, you're just being a dick.
He's the only one standing up in the loge section.
Right. And I was like, I even yelled down to him at one point. He didn't hear me, which is annoying.
We all were.
But, yeah, and I was like, dude, sit down. You're fucking this up for us. And the rest is history. That's also why you pay $30+ million to Mookie Betts, because he's single-handedly, along with a douchebag in Section 151.
Well, hold on. Let's walk that back a little bit, because I got something to say. First of all, this Giants fan, he's one of those fans where you could tell he just came to talk shit. Like, he has a Giants hat, and that's probably it. That's probably the extent of his Giants knowledge. He looked like a bitch. He looked like he couldn't name 5 players. He was just there for the $18 beers. Okay, he was a bitch.
Yeah,
and he's doing
the sea of Dodger fan. Like, literally half the stadium left in the 8th inning when it was tied. That was ridiculous. But that's a whole nother thing.
Hold on.
People on TikTok. People on TikTok tell me, "Oh, what if they had work?" Bitch, I had work. I was at work at 5 a.m.
Okay.
That's how the fucking
there's
game
some
goes.
People in that video, dum that are like walking with food. So maybe they're going back to their seats
walking with food. They're walking with all their shit. You're gonna first of all, it's the 8th inning. No. All the food places are closed.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They close in the 7th inning.
No, they stopped selling beer in the 7th inning, you dunce.
Oh my gosh. Everyone was closed down. You're so dumb.
No,
everyone was closed down. People already had their bags. They were going home. If you look at the highlights, half the stadium is fucking gone. Okay?
Anyways.
Resort to that. Anyways, Harlan Garcia, Dom Leone.
No. Hold on. We're skipping. Okay? I need to give my guys
blew up.
I need to give my guys their credit. Gavin Lux comes in and hits a double down the line. Okay?
Beat the shift.
And hits a double down the line. Okay? Then Max Muncy gets him over to third with a little shit ground ball.
Okay.
And then who comes up, Jesse? My boy, Trace Thompson, who, if you remember, everyone was shitting on after 2 at-bats, saying this is the worst signing. Friedman took an L because people are fucking dumb. And what does my boy do? Hit a triple off the wall. He hits a triple off the wall to tie the game.
Okay.
Okay? I'm just trying to set the stage because you're skipping. You're skipping
I'm not
ahead.
skipping. I'm
You're
not
skipping.
skipping. I gave Mookie his due. Mookie pimp slapped me the same like the what's the old Pedro Martinez. I just call Mookie Betts my daddy and move on to the next one.
Yeah,
All
well,
right?
guess what?
That's
Cody
what I have to
Bellinger.
do.
Then Cody Bellinger on his bobblehead night
Oh, please say this.
has a huge at bat
Huge
and gets a
at-bat.
walk.
It was a 4-pitch walk. That was
And
a gift. That was down from the heavens. Was given that. So
he has
works.
He has
He
a great eye.
Shit.
He has a great eye.
He has a great eye. He said, "Oh, this guy's missing like crazy." And oh my gosh, he is missing. That which is the craziest thing. You're gonna walk Cody Bellinger and then give a meatball to Mookie Betts. Give the meatballs to Cody Bellinger. He's hitting 151. He's gonna fly out to the warning track. There's 2 outs.
First of all, he's hitting like 208. Okay, so relax.
I apologize.
Max Muncy's hitting like 151.
Right,
You're getting your guys confused here. So yeah, Cody Bellinger sets up Mookie Betts, the best player in baseball, as far as I'm concerned.
Of course.
And what does he do, Jesse? What does he do? I'll tell you what he does. He hits
my world.
the shit out of the ball. And
then the play after, right?
Well, you're skipping.
I'm not skipping. I'm just not like
listen,
you want to just
listen.
Like, let's take a moment of silence for everything.
He hits the home run,
Meatball.
and to my happiness, a sea of Dodger fans run down to that one Giants fan and just start getting in his face because that guy was a certified bitch.
Yeah.
And he looked scared.
Deserved.
He looked scared.
And no one was being
great.
like tough. And I don't want to misconstrue this because people are going to hear that and be like, oh, typical Dodger.
Yeah.
I've been to go into Dodger Stadium my entire life. I've never had any issues. You can easily talk shit to people tastefully and not get your ass kicked. It's very, very easy to not get. I understand that there's one-offs where people are dicks and they get, whatever. That happens at a lot of stadiums. But this guy was asking to get shit talked to. He got a lot of shit talked to, but had no problems leaving. So
yeah,
and he left
you
early.
Had fun.
And he left early. He left before the last out. What a bitch!
And you had fun. You know, playful shit talking from the people next to us in our section. Yeah, and it was all in good fun. But Mookie Betts' home run leads to the best part of the night. Is a video of you
out of my fuck you. Get your flip flop out of my screen. I saw your little toes poke out. That's just pissing me off.
A video of you just looking distraught.
Sad boy.
While everyone is just joyous and celebrating around you, you're just doing the dad like
sad boy.
Oh no.
It's so funny how like when you finally see yourself, how you come off to the pub. Like I don't understand why I didn't think you were going to video me at that point, but I was like, oh my gosh, my underbite is just so extreme right there. And I'm just such a sad guy.
This is not good.
Fucking caveman. Oh man. Yeah, that was good. I thought it was funny, but what can you do? It is what it is.
Whoa, you're skipping. Let's just give credit to Mookie.
We did give credit to Mookie.
And then Mookie makes an incredible catch.
Yeah.
And tells Jock Peterson to get the fuck on, bro. Yeah. We don't care about you anymore.
Like I said, that's why you pay $35 million to players. The story that I thought it was going to be in the 7th was going to be, the Giants give up a bunch of errors, and that's their motto. That's their model. They're gonna, they're giving up some defense to get a bunch of offense for cheap. But there was no offense, and it ended up coming. So I'm happy about that. But at the same time, you have to get some players that are the total package, that play defense and that can hit the fucking ball, which hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have. We'll get into that
also
later.
Real quick, before the game started, when they're doing player announcements, when they announced Luis Gonzalez, Jesse, and I quote, said, "Rookie of the Year." Can't even catch a fly ball, but he's gonna be rookie of the year.
First of all, it got lost. It's not like he had a bad route. It's not like it got lost. It happens sometimes, but
not to rookie of the year.
It's not fun.
Cody Bellinger was the rookie of the year. That doesn't happen to Cody Bellinger.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you should give him credit to because he was a first baseman. He learned the outfield at the major league level, and he's a really good center fielder. But let's stop talking about the past because we're done with the past. Let's talk about some around the league stuff, Tyler. Can we do that? Can we talk about around the league stuff? Of course we can.
Yeah, tell me what you want to talk about, and I'll tell you that you're wrong.
And we keep hearing about this every week, right? We're going to talk about trade next week. We're definitely going to do it. We decided we're going to do it next week, but we are going to talk about Juan Soto. Juan Soto is most likely going to get traded. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, they're going to wait till the offseason. Oh, they're going to wait for this and that. The more control he has, the more shit you're going to get. If the Nats wait till the offseason and still don't get what they want, and they push it off another year, they're not going to get the huge package they're going to get now. If the deal's not going to get done and you're just going to have Juan Soto and be shitty and pay him $21 million, which you'll probably get in arbitration next year just to be shitty, get the best package you can. I would trade him yesterday. I understand that you're not big on Juan Soto. You don't want to trade for him, but these trade proposals I keep saying, I get Kyle Harrison's probably going to be in it. I would love it if he wasn't, but it's probably going to a deal breaker him not being in it. But there's no way you can trade Logan Webb. Logan Webb, who has like 4 years of control and is like your clubhouse guy, your ace right now. That would fuck with so many of the mojo of the club. If anything, I would be okay maybe trading Duvall, maybe even trading somebody else for more prospects to then flip to Washington. I don't know, but Webb is untouchable for not just, what he brings on the field, but what he brings in that clubhouse and what would happen if he leaves. So
yeah,
miss me with the Logan Webb.
I think you're wrong about waiting to the offseason, only because I don't think the Nationals, I don't think there's a sense of urgency where if they're not getting what they want, to panic and pull the trigger and trade him. That's all I'm saying. You got to wait until you get the package you think he's worth.
So less service time is going to make it to where he does get it?
Not even a half a year, a third of a year.
It's closer to a half than a third, but
okay.
You're not going to get better prospects.
All I'm saying is you can't panic and just pull the trigger.
No, if they're not offering anything, of course not. But what team would be like, hey, this prospect or this package is off the table, but in the offseason, well, now that it's a half a season of service time gone, you never know. He's in the package. Bullshit. That's dumb.
Listen, fucko. Listen.
Dumb.
Let's say the Mariners make the wild card and get a little bit into the playoffs. And then they think, okay, well, shit, if we would have had someone like Juan Soto, we might have went a little bit deeper. Spoiler alert, Juan Soto's going to Seattle Mariners. And it's going to be baller as shit. Right. Or he goes to the Giants and they give up Logan Webb. That would make me really happy. No. Especially because as of last night, Carlos Rodon is definitely opting out of his contract. So then you got no pitchers. You got nobody.
For sure. Well,
you got Disco.
Disco's going to come back healthy next year, and that would be great. How good he was last year. Calm your tits. Calm those tits.
Wrong.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind him. And the Mariners might be able to get a better package, maybe if you because of Kelnick and everything. But Luciano is a very high touted prospect. Matos is in the top 100. Kyle Harrison. There's even rumors of him even coming up to the big leagues this year. It's very unlikely, and I doubt it's going to happen. But it's very likely he's going to be in AAA by the end of the year. To skip 2 levels like that is really huge. He's striking people out at every single level. So that's a huge package. So
and the Dodgers are sure as shit not going to trade for him because you're not going to give up a Dustin May, a Bobby Miller, an Andy Pages, Miguel Vargas, and probably someone else. A James Outman, I think, is what I keep seeing in there. There's no fucking way. And also, everyone's saying like, well, they're gonna have to take on Patrick Corbin and his fucking contract too. No way.
Right.
It's not happening.
Yeah, and I don't think that the Nats really want to give them everybody. I mean,
yeah,
and took Trey Turner from them, and
the Dodgers are doing fine. We'll get into it next week, but we need smaller pieces. Right, we don't need a fucking superstar. We have enough.
And the Giants do.
Those.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So that makes a lot of sense. Also, we get to this next hopper around the league. can people stop complaining about what happens inside the All-Star game? Like these moves, oh, they should have had Mookie bat twice. Oh, they should have left Paul Goldschmidt in. Oh man, now our last chances to two guys who have this OPS. These guys, half the people in the All-Star game don't want to fucking be there. Nobody cares. And please miss me with the AL being like, oh, we've won the last 7 All-Star games. No one gives a fuck. Matter. We've won the last, like, was it like 8 out of the last 10 World Series? So fucking keep it. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of them doesn't really even count because it's 2017. So suck it.
I do want to mention, they didn't count like one of Kyle Schwarber's home runs in the home run derby. Apparently,
that's right.
And he would have beat Albert Pujols, which would have been awesome for me because I was sitting in right field. So I just wanted every single lefty to win their round in the derby.
Right.
But yeah, that was just. It was dumb. It pissed me off. Although Vladdy Jr. did hook me up with the All-Star commemorative ball, so shout-outs to my boy Vladdy. So
and also missed me with the, why wasn't there any Dodgers in the home run derby? They didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Although I disagree with you. If they would have asked Will Smith, he would have done it.
He said that he didn't want to do it if he wasn't in the game.
I don't.
So it was basically like he held at ransom, like, oh, if you let me play the game, then I'll. No,
well, yeah, bro.
That was his excuse. He didn't want to fucking do it.
He's playing chess, not checkers, dog. He's trying to will his way into the All-Star game any way he can. You know.
Oh,
I mean, it is what it is.
You gotta do what you gotta do. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Real quick, before we move on from the Juan Soto thing, tell everyone your conspiracy theory with your new bullpen piece, Trevor
That's right.
Rosenthal.
Oh my gosh, was so excited about the lemonade guy and the other guy fucking me up that I forgot about Trevor Rosenthal. Trevor Rosenthal is a huge pickup the Giants just had to the bullpen. They're paying him $5 million, and I feel like they wouldn't be paying him that much guaranteed money for half a season if he didn't look good. So that's a good thing to look of. But my theory. I think someone else wrote this, and I just really like it. This idea that this might happen, but they're going to need more than one bullpen piece. I think they might trade for another one. But hear me out. Say you don't get rid of, you don't add Webb to the package, but you add Camilo Doval to get Juan Soto. You add. Let's take away last night, Luis Gonzalez and or Lamont Wade Jr. Because you're obviously going to need to free up the lefty outfield space to that fold.
Are you trying to get Nelson Cruz or because that might get you Nelson Cruz?
No, I'm not saying just them, but what I'm saying is obviously the Luciano, obviously the Matos. You know, hopefully maybe if you take out Patrick Corbin, you get to keep Kyle Harrison, but of course probably going to have to keep him on there. I am okay with parting with Duvall. I'm not okay with parting with Webb. You can't do that. And
how would you feel
lefty outfield bats, or both of them, whatever they want.
The Padres got Juan Soto.
I would fucking hate it.
Yeah, I saw a mock trade that I was like, that might work. I mean, it was like C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore. And like a couple like top prospects, and I was like, that might.
Well, Mackenzie Gore was a really high touted prospect, and I get it, but Kyle Harrison is like 20 years old, and he's gonna be he's the top left-handed prospect in baseball, and he's like in the top 30. Guarantee you by next year he's gonna be in the top 10. He's gonna be that type of pedigree of a guy, and if you add in a Luciano who's already in like the top 15. Like, plus Matos is in the 100. Like, that's better than Mackenzie Gore and C.J. Abrams. So, I think that the Giants have better minor league pieces to give them, especially because C.J. Abrams just came up and hasn't been shit. He's looked terrible. So, I reject that. I think they would take the Giants deal over the Padres deal.
Hey, whatever you think, guy. That's fine by me.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
I wanted to wait till to the right before we were going to go, so that's what we did. I'm going to talk about Jesse Stud in Dud of the Week in San Francisco. I'm going to get my dud out of the way. I'm going to give it to Jacob Junis. Let me tell you why. He just came back from the IL, and I don't want to be too hard on him, but this is really big going forward, right? Jacob Junis has to be a guy because they said they're not going to trade for a starting pitcher. Maybe, I mean, I haven't heard any updates on Matt Boyd yet on what's going on with him. So hopefully he might be able to come into the fold too, but they're going to need to rely on him. And he didn't look good in his first outing back. 2 innings of 3 earned runs, also allowing one of Webb's inherited runs, which he should have stayed out there, which I understand why he didn't stay out there. I'm just saying if it was a real game where it was tight, he would have stayed out there. But yeah, so I'm just hoping some rust, but I'm going to give it to him right now just to, nip it in the bud. But I'm going to give my stud to my guy. I didn't even look at anybody else. I'm giving it to my guy, Joey Bart, who was hitting .333 this week with a 1 daughter OPS. And it's not even just starting the rally with Hader. He's looked a lot better at the plate. Strikeouts still up, but it's going to happen with him. But it's about the way he's been controlling this pitching staff and the way he's been, firing up the dugout, especially with the Hader, the Hader game. Yastrzemski attributed it to Joey Bart, who was about to go up. Well, actually, I believe in the 6th inning, he said something about we're down 3, not 15 or down 7, whatever. Like, let's fucking go. And then goes out there and hits the first home run, fires at the dugout. The rest is history. I think this is a season-changing type stretch that the Giants are on, even with the loss in Los Angeles. Because no loss is good, obviously. But if there's a positive to take out of it, they came back 0-5 from the Dodgers. That's fucking huge. And that could get you pumped up. And yeah, they ended up losing it in the 8th inning. And I get it. It's not something to be celebrated, but if you were to take any type of positive from a loss, that's what it'd be. I think this team is different. I think that their defense obviously needs to get better, but I think they're doing it. And here's a crazy thing to say. The Giants are making the playoffs, and they're not going to be the last wild card. They're going to be the second or the first one. They're going to uptick the Padres. Fuck the Padres.
Oh, but they're not winning. They're not winning the division. So
okay, yeah.
Well, if you remember last year, that was like the biggest thing in the world for you guys. 2021 NL West Division champs. Sure, we lost in the playoffs, but we're the division champs.
We lost in a game 5 to you guys on a fucking just perfectly placed ground ball. Shit happens. It's baseball. Yeah, it was a good season.
And look what happened now.
Yeah, look what happened. You also got beat up by the Braves because you were so tired because the Giants made you so tired, and we couldn't keep going because we were tired. We needed a nap.
All I'm saying
Max
is
Scherzer's arm hurt.
Look at the cheater juice is gone. And look how big of a deal that made.
Yeah, you're that good. You have to resort to cheating. Explain what? They were a good.
I've been saying it. I said it all last year. I told you. The MLB was like, listen, we can't afford another scandal like the Astros. Just clean the shit up, make it go away, so we don't have to punish you. And they did, and now they look like shit.
They don't look like shit. They're not nearly as good as last year, and their defense just needs to tighten up. They'll be all right.
I had a real hard time with my stud and dud of the week here.
Did you?
There's just so many studs to choose from. Freddie Freeman's hitting like 650. Clayton Kershaw almost goes a perfect game. And but I'm gonna go post All-Star break because that's some old shit. Let's talk about some new shit. So obviously my stud is Mookie Betts. It's self-explanatory. He single-handedly won the game.
His balls out of your mouth.
Oh my God, you're so pressed right now, dude. You're so sad. Anywho, Mookie Betts, my stud of the week. And since we're going post All-Star break, obviously my dud is Alex Vesia, who gives up a grand slam to fat Darren Ruff, who has no business playing baseball. Fuck Darren Ruff. And you can quote me on that.
Future Gold Glove left fielder Darren Ruff. Put some respect on his name. The Giants are going to finish their series with the Dodgers for the rest of the week. They got 3 more with them. It's Webb, Anderson, Wood, Urias, and Cobb, Kershaw. It was a really big loss. yesterday because they were set up for the win with a Mitch White, Carlos Rodon starting. So today is a really huge game to win, and you're going to need to steal one. I know Urias has kind of been up and down, so hopefully they can steal the Wood Urias game because Wood's been pitching better. And who knows, maybe they steal the Kershaw game too, and they're able to split this series. So that's what I'm hoping for, a split. And then you know what? The juices are going. Austin Slater's getting hot, and he kills it in Arizona, and that's where they're going after this. 3 in for Arizona. They're going to sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they're going to end up splitting with the Los Angeles Dodgers of Anaheim.
Sincerely doubt it. Dodgers are going to take 2 of the next 3 for a series win. Go 3-1 against the Giants on the homestand. And then they're welcoming in the worst team in baseball, the Washington Nationals. And I'm saying sweep.
Juan Soto already going to work for the Giants and go off? What?
Yeah, okay, relax. And yeah, he's going to go off and get us within 12 and a half games of first place. All right.
Yeah, but it's going to be worse when the Giants win the wild card and then, beat you in the playoffs. So that'd be tight.
Yeah, I sincerely doubt it. Yeah, so I'm picturing a little 6-1 week here for the Dodgers. And it's just, we keep rolling. So Dodgers are going to go 6-1 this week. And within the next week or so, Dodgers are going to overtake the Yankees for the best record in all of baseball. And it's just life is good right now. You ever just sit back and think, man, things are good. And totally not
I did
shitty.
in the 8th inning last night.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah, so I'm 6-1. Dodgers keep rolling. And those playoffs can't come soon enough because real quick, Dustin May is going to start his rehab assignment tonight. He's probably going to pitch about 4 or 5 games down there, so he's going to be down there a while. But he's going to be coming back. Blake Treinen's going to be coming back. Chris Taylor's going to be coming back. I mean, this team is unstoppable. Oh, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah, well, yep, sucks to be you. Sucks to be Giants fans, and Giants fans cannot buy Renovation Candle Company candles because we're not shipping to San Francisco this entire homestand, but everyone else can buy them. 50% off summer sale. Check it out.
Ooh,
go get yourself some candles.
Yes, thank you so much for listening, and make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform as well as YouTube. Make sure to leave us a review to help us grow. Let's make this thing huge. And make sure to follow us on your socials. TikTok Benches Cleared, Instagram Benches Cleared Podcast, and Twitter Benches Cleared P, because we love the PP. And we'll see you next week. And we will definitely talk about trade because we're going to have to.
We're going to have to. And make sure you get on those socials because you can see Jesse cry and die inside. And it's great.
Cry.
Go Dodgers.
I cry.